I'm Marge KInney. You're watching the Marge KInney Art Show, and today we're going to learn how to make an ocean wave. So enjoy. Some of these are pictures that I've already done of oceans, and if you'll notice at the base of the wave how dark the shadow is, you'll also notice that as the wave comes over the top, the bottom portion of it is a paler blue than the top. The other thing you'll notice is that as a wave is breaking, the wave gets lighter as it gets closer to the sunlight. And I'll show you a diagram in a minute. So enjoy. I have a list here and I'll go over each color. And hopefully you will see the list in English, Spanish, and French. I hope that's helpful for you. The first blues that we will use are ultramarine blue, which is a very dark blue, a cerulean blue, which is a lighter blue, and viridian, which is a blue-green tone. Usually viridian is used for the shoreline as the water becomes more shallow. The cerulean is blue for the reflections of the sky, and usually a sky color to make a very happy sky. The ultramarine blue is used for most parts of the ocean. However, we will be adding some burnt sienna, which is over to this side, and burnt sienna will tone down the blue and make it more muted. All right, the next color will be red, and the alizarin crimson is a deep reddish blue tone, and we can put that in with the ultramarine blue to make soft shades of purple. When we add white to it, many of the rocks will have a little bit of purple in them, or portions of the ocean, so we'll have that color at hand. The next color, which just slid down the board, is cadmium red light. You get back up there. Well, now you can't see it in French and Spanish. Sorry about that. All right, and then the next color is yellow, and this is called a cad yellow light. And the other colors are burnt sienna, and sienna is named after a town in Italy, and it's after an earth color. And they have raw sienna, but when they used burnt sienna, they warmed it up a little bit, and that made the burnt sienna. All right, the final color is white, and we use titanium white. That's blanco, titanico, and blanc. All right, now we go with the brushes. The brushes have a number 10 filbert, a number 8 bright, a number 4 bright, a fan brush, a palette knife, and a painting knife. A filbert has a rounded top like this. It's my favorite brush of all. I usually use those in a few different sizes. So this is a size 10. All right, the next one is a bright, and a bright is a short, flat top. And these are all bristle brushes. You can get them in synthetic. I happen to prefer bristle. This is another size. This is a size 7. So you have those. Now for the wave, the top of the wave, we can use a fan brush. Here's a small fan brush and a larger fan brush. And then there are 2 types of knives. This is called a palette knife, and a palette knife is usually made for mixing. But also, if you're making a rock, put your thumb here and push down, and that makes nice large areas for rocks. It's a wonderful piece. However, this palette knife will bring together beautiful shades, and you'll be surprised what beautiful shades you can get by using your palette knife. All right, the one last thing I want to talk to you before we start is a little bit about how a wave works. When you have a vanishing point at the horizon and you bring your outward lines as it comes towards you. A wave, which may be this large close by, if the next wave is coming in and it's farther back, it would be shorter. And if the next wave is farther back, it's going to be in this size. So they do get smaller as they go to the back. And that means also that your back lines in an ocean are very short, where they get longer as they come forward. Now the wave itself is coming from far out into the ocean, and the water is very deep here. As it comes to shore, the land is very, very shallow. So as the wave comes up here, it's coming along. As it comes here, it doesn't have anywhere to go, so it comes bumping up here, and whoa, comes over like this, and comes charging into the shoreline here. So as it comes over the top, and it comes up here, and this whole wave is working, it comes up here, and it's coming up here, it's got to tip over. So as it tips over, you can usually see a part that's still tipping, and then the rest of the foam is kind of coming like this as it comes down. And there's usually a tail of it as it starts to tip over, which gives you a little bit of white like this. So as it falls, we see a dark shadow in here, right here, dark shadow here. But as it came up to the light, this became light. Why? Because the sun showed through the wave. And then as it falls down and it comes on into shore, this is all white because it's foamy. All right? So that's what we're going to work on.